Hello everybody, my name is Alex Schiller and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about gear. Now I'm not saying I'm some gearhead well, I am a gearhead. I love gear. Gear's great. But I'm not some gear aficionado. I don't know what's best for everybody. I don't know how gear is going to work well with each other. What I do know is the gear that I picked and why I picked it. And a lot of people ask me all the time in my own personal life, my friends and stuff, when they're building computers and when they're trying to do videos for YouTube or live streaming and stuff like that, they ask me all the time, what do you use? How do you use it? Why do you use it this way? Da, 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 da. And so I figured it's an interesting topic. It's an interesting way to diagnose what you might need if I showed you the process of what I looked for in my gear. So here we go. I broke buying all of my gear down really into 4 points. What do I need out of my daily driver camera? What do I need it to do from a YouTube standpoint? What do I need it to do from a professional standpoint? What do I need to be able to do to create the best possible video and photo for clients, myself, and for YouTube? And the second thing is, what are my strengths and weaknesses as a shooter? The third thing is, how much equipment do I actually need? And the fourth thing is, can I fit all of it in one bag? Because that is, wow, it's amazing to have that niche met. It took me a long time to figure out what I needed in a daily driver. And I spent a lot of time searching. I spent a lot of time with the Canon C100. I owned one for a long time. It's a fantastic camera. But one of the main things that I really realized in my search for a daily driver camera was the fact that I need something super lightweight. I need something that can do all the recordings that I need to be able to do, 1080p 60 and 30, 4K 24 frames a second. I needed to be able to work with all the lenses I already had that I bought with the C100. And frankly, I got everything in that in a Canon Rebel SL3. And it's a beautiful camera. It's shooting this image right now, and if you have the right filmmaking tools, any DSLR that you have can make your footage look fantastic. And it helps that I have 2 lights. It helps that I have a nice microphone. And honestly, it does everything that I need it to do, and I don't see any need to upgrade in the near future. Now, that being said, I am going to probably be primarily being a DSLR shooter from now on, now that I'm trying to focus heavily into the YouTube game and less so into client work. And if I do, I have the photography necessary to make some amazing photos. Here are some examples. And they all turn out great, and I love this camera, and it's super useful. And I decided on that because it was in my budget, it does everything that I need it to do, and it's super lightweight for my needs to be able to take it and not have any drawbacks creatively that I would encounter. The second thing I boiled it down to immediately, which kind of tied into my camera decision, was what are my strengths and weaknesses as a shooter? What do I enjoy doing? What do I not like doing? That kind of thing. And it boiled down to, I love handheld. And the heavier the camera, typically, the better the handheld. But my hands are a little bit shaky. And so I find that the less weight that I put in my hands, the less I have that shake. And so a lighter weight camera allows me to do those things. And with the variable flip screen and with all the other things and the image stabilization and the new autofocus technology in the Canon SL3, it works for me. It was lightweight enough that I could just hold it and just have all these cinematic shots without any problem. And it fit all my needs as a lightweight camera. And some of my weaknesses are the fact that I don't like carrying a top handle for it, and a cage for it, and a big old battery, and all these lenses with a big old body that doesn't fit in any of the camera bags that I can afford. So if I can get all of these things to work well and not disrupt my creative thought process as I'm putting all the gear in a bag and getting ready to go, it makes it so much easier. And the fact that I can just pick up a Canon SL3 and throw it like a feather, I don't recommend doing that. Doing that to cameras are bad. That's bad. You're a bad camera owner if you throw it like a feather. But my point is I'm able to take it anywhere. I'm able to do all these things, and my weakness as a creative and as a shooter is the fact that if something obstructs my way, 9 out of 10 times, I'm going to just stop doing it. And so having the most lightweight, versatile, speed-ready kit available with my SL3 and my smaller lights and my small microphone, it just works. Now you can watch any YouTube video to figure out exactly what you need from making a good YouTube video perspective. Like what are the 4 basic things that you need to make a good YouTube video? And those boil down to camera, lens, lights, and audio. And that's all I needed. I had audio and the camera and nice lenses so that I can do client work and other things, and the lights for my own personal studio. And that's it. That's all it boils down to what I need in my kit. The only other extra things that I have in my kit are gaff tape and duct tape, and that's it. I really do not have anything else in my bag. And these lights have their own separate carrying case. It's 2 bags, 2 singular bags that I can take anywhere with me. And that boils down into point 4 as well. Like, I only have like 1 main bag that has my audio and my camera in it, so I don't ever need, and if I really need my lights, I carry a second bag, but 90% of the time I don't. So I just have 1 bag to carry everything, to go create a creative endeavor and create a creative story or do whatever it is I'm doing. And being able to just gung-ho go for it is exactly what I need in my kit. Obviously, you can take everything in this video with a grain of salt. This was exactly how I designed my equipment list. It was my own process. It was what I knew I needed as a filmmaker. Clearly, everything that you're going to be doing as a cinematographer, photographer, YouTuber, whatever you want to be, is completely different. And that's okay. I'm just showing you the thought process that I went through when I designed my equipment list and when I eventually bought all my gear. And hopefully it'll help you not necessarily decide on what equipment to buy, but the process of which you have to think as a creative to make the content that you want to make. So if that was helpful, give it a like. Consider subscribing if you want to see more. That's all I got. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Okay, bye.